Hi from a very windy and drizzly outside in Johannesburg today. And it is Sarah Jane, for those of you who don't know me. I'm here with your daily dose of body mind medicine, and I really just never know what I'm going to say on these Facebook lives because it's more of a feeling. And today I had the privilege and the honor of working with some very talented, very creative people, Lynn Deckers and her daughter Lauren, who own Frock Me Up in Linden. And if you are in South Africa, hi Tracy, hi Margot. If you are in Johannesburg, I highly recommend that you go in there. If you are feeling down, if you're beating yourself up, if you're not liking the way you're looking, like I woke up this morning, do yourself a favor and get out there. They love you up. Don't I look amazing? Lauren did my makeup for me today in like 30 minutes, and by the time I'd finished trying on some of the dresses and some of the beautiful garments that Lynn had created, and let me tell you, these are not made in China. The girls are sitting there, it's a tight team, and they're creating beautiful garments and customizing the fit for you. And where do you get that these days out there in the rag trade? So side note is, I wanted to ask you today, what is it that really lights you up? What do you love to do? I am just so grateful that I get to do what I love every single day and work with creative, intuitive, sensitive, incredibly powerful women every day in their unique talents and capacities, and get their shine out into the world, because that's what makes us tick. Success doesn't make us happy. Happiness makes us successful. And I think that's so key in remembering when we kind of go about our days, and how easy it is sometimes for us to forget that what you do and what you're good at, other people don't find it that easy. And that's how we all be how we're able to show up in the world and collaborate from this beautiful, happy place of celebrating what each one of us is good at in our own special way, and then pooling our talents and bringing our talents together to make the world a happier place and to create more success in our own fields. So that was such a big takeaway for me today, is how little it actually takes to make yourself feel great and to make other people feel good about themselves as well, and to really love what you do, because like I said before, happiness is the key to success. And if you love what you're doing every single day, you can have the best day in and day out. So whether you're painting, or you write, or you create beautiful clothes, or you're shape-shifting people's lives through your hands, if you're a healer, and to just give generously because it's so easy for you, and to just remember, what is it that you dream about? What would you be doing if nothing held you back? And play the what if game. What if nothing could stop you? What if as soon as you took action, life would conspire to have your back wherever you are, and not get overwhelmed by the fact that we think we don't know everything, and we don't take action, because most of us are gambling on the biggest risk of all, which is the bet that we can buy the freedom to do what we want later on in life, after we've made some money, or after we think we have all the information. And yes, we all want progress, but if we're not on the road to our dreams, isn't it best to just stop and go the other way and follow your heart? Because if you're going to change the system, we have to stop doing things that we don't like, and live your dream instead. What have you got to lose? We're all going to die, so wouldn't you rather die without your song still stuck inside? And just know that when you take risks and you dare to dream big, isn't that better than doing things that are just soul-sucking and killing the lifeblood and your creative aspect? And also to get out of the objections of, well, it's not possible and I can't do this, and you know, who's gonna do the mundane jobs. And I'm not saying that living your dream isn't always going to be happy and joyful, but it's not really realistic, is it, to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Hi, Isa. And think that we're finally one day going to be happy. You know, a quarter of the planet is in poverty. The rainforests are diminishing at a huge rate. Species are dying out. And we have the highest rate of clinical depression ever. You know, even Albert Einstein said that the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So by now, I know that most of you know that we can't keep cutting down the trees, that war doesn't create peace, that possessions don't make you rich in the true sense of the word. It doesn't make you feel better, and it's not sustainable. You know, what the gift is in loving what you do. So if you want to be successful, love what you do, give generously, believe in what you're doing. And if you don't love what you do, isn't it time to play the what if game and make a change? Because that's what I know that we're all here to do, is to create life on our own terms and to be free to work when we want to work and play when we want to play. And the beautiful thing is that when you're living your life on purpose and you're living in and you're using your dreams and you're using your talents to get you where you want, you feel better anyway. And I don't know, isn't that a lot better to do that, to live into the better, to live into the, well, what if? What's the worst thing that can happen? What if I do? So what if I don't know all the steps? What if I just take one step? What if I just risk that and dare to go where everybody else is being the naysayer in your life, or saying that you can't do that because you can't, and going, well, what if I can? And following that. What are you saying here? So Roxanne, what did you say? Sharing ourselves. Yes, currently drawing. Oh, wonderful. Drawing your next doggy portrait. I love that. Dreaming of huge paintings. Absolutely amazing. I can't wait to see them and hanging in the exhibitions of around the world. And as I was saying to one of my very talented clients the other day, who is a painter and a sculptor, she was playing a very narrow, she was giving herself a very narrow place to play in, where she'd create these beautiful sculptures and she'd put a lot of her resources into making them into a physical form, and then she'd put them in a gallery and they'd be there on commission. And I don't know about you, but I remember when designers used to ask me for commission pieces to put into their shops. It was great window dressing for them. Their shops looked amazing, but they're always going to sell the things that they've spent money on in the first place. And in the meantime, your things are not giving you any return. And when I said to her, what if you could use the internet? What if you could use Facebook? Show us, give us a glimpse into your life. Show us when you're creating these beautiful, beautiful, living, organic pieces of art. What if the internet these days, the world, the way that technology works, is your gallery, and that everybody gets to feel it and taste it and touch it and go from there as well. So it's so easy to do it. And I'm one of those people that is a little technophobic. I don't know a lot about technology, and I know how easy it is to get stuck into the internet and start looking at other people's beautiful glossy Facebook promos and their show reels and all these other things and think, oh my gosh, you know, you shut yourself down before you even get it out there. And I used to go into a lot of overwhelm like that when I used to think about doing a video like this. You know, thank goodness for Facebook, because it makes it so easy. But what if a lot of you that I know that are listening into my little daily musings, I know you're creatives and you're intuitive, and for us, systems and structures of the way other people market and the other people put themselves out there maybe doesn't work for you. You know, I'm not into big long sales funnels, and I like things to be really, really easy. So I just show up here every day and I have a conversation with you, and if it resonates, great, and if it doesn't, you go, and that's fine. But what if we could simplify the way that we love doing things? Because doesn't it also take the joy out of how we create when we get so tied up and overcomplicate things with technology or how things have to look a certain way. What if you could just show up in your real and your raw, and just live from that place of loving what you do and knowing that that's enough. So don't let technology overwhelm you, and be willing to do things counterintuitively. Be willing to do things your way, because I think that's another thing that I see happening across the board in industries and in marketing, is that we see other people saying, oh yeah, this is the way to do it, and it's kind of like the blind leading the blind. And because everybody else is saying, well, this is how you can make 6 figures or 7 figures or whatever the promise is, that we make ourselves wrong when we think that we can't do it that way. You know, that there must be something wrong with us, and we have to invest more money in trying to figure out how to do it that way. And then, I don't know, it's happened to me a few times where I have invested in these big product launch formulas and funnels, and when I do it, it just doesn't feel good. It doesn't light me up. It doesn't make me happy. So what is the what if that you're going to do in your life today to just try something different, you know, and live into what I was talking about yesterday of who are you? You know, what is your I am statement? And when you can really live into that place, because it's just you know, there's no stopping you when you're living in your essence, when you are aligned with your true nature. Things happen in magical, mysterious, wonderful ways. The universe really does have our back, but we have to take the first step. We have to take the first step in doing something that might be a little scary, and go anyway, and ask, you know, what if? So what if it doesn't work out the way that you want? A lot of the times it works out a lot better than you think it is, and I think that's part of that perfectionist trap, isn't it, where we actually don't even take the first step, and we don't even start because we get so overwhelmed, or at least I do, so overwhelmed by the way we're taught by, you know, all this constant media and all this education and all this information, that we can't move until we have all the pieces in place. So, you know, just start, just get yourself out there and let people start to get to know you and what you stand for, and see what happens. So what if you cut yourself some slack today and you just go play for the sake of playing, and see who shows up, and take it from there. So that's my little love note, my little soundbite from today. I will be posting some before and after pictures of my fun day playing with my clients, and just having a beautiful deep dive into their world, and to really celebrate that there are incredible artisans and there are incredible creatives out there that are doing amazing things to make you feel good in your body and to make you feel great in your life, because we all want to feel better, and that it doesn't have to be difficult to just ask, I want that. How do I get that? And Lauren will be doing, if you are in Johannesburg and you're listening to this, get yourself to London, get yourself to Frock Me Up, book yourself a 30-minute makeover, learn from Lauren. She is incredible with makeup, and she really accentuates your natural attributes, and you will leave feeling like $1 million and know that you can do it for yourself. And go and see Lynn. She's got an incredible, beautiful range of like second skins. I put on a pair of pants today that I actually came home with that felt like they were made for me. The fabric is beautiful, the cut was amazing, and it made me look a lot thinner than I actually think I am. And I also walked up with a beautiful red dress, because I have always wanted a beautiful red dress, and I found one today that just said take me home. And I know I'm going to be able to wear that dress, feel like $1 million for the next 10 or 20 years, because it's just classic and timeless. And that's really what they stand for, is artisanal clothing that is made with so much love and care and attention. And Lynn just has this knack of being able to know what's going to look good on you. And I think a lot of us have a lot of dysmorphia around our bodies, and we think that you know, I think a lot of times we hide, but behind clothes that are 10 times too big for us, because we think that putting on skin hugging clothes is going to make us look bigger than we are, and actually it's the opposite. And she has got a real gift and an incredible eye for detail on what's going to look amazing for you. So if you're looking for a personal experience that is going to make you love your skin from top to toe, go and see Lynn. Book your 30-minute complimentary makeover with Lauren, and let her teach you how to bring out your natural attributes. They're an incredible team, and I can't stop raving about them because I feel awesome. I feel like $1 million today, and I think that becomes contagious, doesn't it? You know, when we feel good about ourselves, we make the people around us feel good about ourselves, about themselves, and that's what we really want, isn't it? To just make the world a better place by celebrating how lucky we are to be alive at this time, to be in the bodies that we're in, and to just go out and be amazing. Okay, so that's it. I'm off. Lots of love. Bye. Mwah.